Hello, and welcome to this segment of Loving Life. I'm Charlie Silva, board-certified hypnotist and certified professional life coach. I've helped many people take back control of their life and achieve their goals by asking the following question. Loving life, are you loving yours? If so, wonderful. If not, why not? If there's something that is stopping you from loving your life, what is it? And let's find ways to overcome it. If you missed any previous segments of Loving Life, you can watch them online at the MTN18 website, mtn18.com. As viewers of Loving Life know, one of my favorite websites is the Secret Society of Happy People at www.sohp.com. The site was started by Pamela Gale Johnson as a way to celebrate happiness. She always has some fascinating articles about how we can find happiness in our life. I recently read several articles on her website about different ways to achieve happiness. One of the articles was written by Lindsay Levine. Lindsay is a Chicago-based business and lifestyle freelance writer who's worked for NBC and CNN. Her work has appeared online in Reuters.com, Today.com, NBC News, MSNBC, Yahoo, Business Insider, and Fox Business. In her article, Lindsay asks the question, how are you trying to achieve happiness? Well, it turns out that how you attain happiness may actually depend on your age. A new study suggests that what makes us happy shifts as we age, and as a result, marketing agencies are using this new information to reach their target demographic. Researchers from Dartmouth College and the University of Pennsylvania sought to answer the question, should we pursue extraordinary once-in-a-lifetime experiences, or is it the everyday experiences that provide the greatest enjoyment? For example, what would you prefer? Having a great conversation with your son, or taking pictures from the top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris? The answer, it turns out, may depend on your age. The researchers, Amit Bhattacharya, visiting business professor at Dartmouth College, and Cassie Mogelner, marketing professor at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, explained how they examined how age and the perceived amount of time left in life impacts the happiness people enjoy from both extraordinary and ordinary life experiences. They conducted 8 studies over a 3-year period, asking participants between 18 and 87 years old to recall, plan, or imagine happy experiences. In one study, participants were asked to recall a recent experience that was either extraordinary or ordinary. Ordinary was defined as common or frequent, such as watching a movie with a spouse or enjoying a cup of coffee, while extraordinary meant uncommon or infrequent, like taking an exotic vacation or getting married. Respondents were then asked to evaluate how the experience contributed to their overall happiness on a scale from 1, meaning not at all, to 9, meaning very much. The study revealed that while both younger and older participants experienced similar levels of happiness with extraordinary experiences, older participants derived greater happiness from ordinary experiences. Now, these findings were consistent across the board. As the researchers explained, it seems that young people actively look to define themselves, find it particularly rewarding to accumulate extraordinary experiences that mark their progression through life milestones. The research indicates that once people grow older and have established a better sense of who they are, the experiences they view as self-defining are just as likely to include routine events that reveal how they like to spend their time. In other words, while you continue to define yourself through experiences throughout your lifetime, you derive more pleasure from the ordinary experiences as you age. And the study notes that as a result of these findings, product brand managers are paying increased attention to experiential type of marketing. In other words, products are being marketed as providing an experience and forging deeper connections with consumers. While marketers tend to frame the ordinary experiences as extraordinary in order to capitalize on deeper connections, the study suggests that association with the ordinary isn't necessarily a bad thing. And in a follow-up study, researchers asked participants to rate logos of the top 30 most valuable brands on 3 points. The first point being whether it was an everyday or extraordinary experience, the second point on how happy it made them, and the third point being their personal connection with the brand. Coke, Microsoft, McDonald's, Pepsi, and GE were ranked as ordinary experiences, while Disney, BMW, Mercedes, Nike, and Las Vegas were associated with extraordinary experiences. While respondents reported greater happiness from extraordinary brands, they felt a deeper connection to the ordinary brands. Now, the study suggests that brands must draw consumers' attention to the type of experience and dimension of connection that is appropriate for their target segment. And in another happiness-related article, a study finds a definite connection between how libraries can help people be happier. This article was written by Denver Nix, a U.S. journalist and photographer and a staff writer for Time. Denver's work has appeared in The Nation, The Huffington Post, This Land, and The Daily Beast. His article notes how a Pew study suggests library users tend to be pillars of the community, with good ties to their neighbors and positive, happy lives. According to the study, the more people are engaged with their public library, the more they tend to feel connected to their community as a whole. Conversely, unengaged people tend to have fewer ties to their neighbors, lower feelings of personal power to change their community, and less engagement with other cultural activities. While the study does not purport to measure personal happiness, there's a significant crossover between the traits of library users and traits of people who demonstrate higher levels of personal happiness. And that is a sense of connectedness and empowerment in one's community. According to Pew Researcher Associate Catherine Zickers, library users are also more likely to say that they like their communities and that they would call their communities good or excellent places to live. As Catherine notes, it's not necessarily that people use libraries and then find happiness. It's just that library users tend to be more open to the world. As she explains, people who have more access to economic, social, and technological resources are also more likely to use libraries as part of their networks. And library usage tends to be a part of a bigger picture in which a person who goes to the library also tends to be one who spends time at the park, takes part in civic organizations, and embraces new technologies. Yes, you heard correctly. People who love going to what may be, historically at least, the symbol of a bygone ink and paper world, are also more likely to do their shopping online or run their lives with smartphone apps. As Denver concludes in his article, maybe the rusty old convention of having a community institution that makes information accessible counts for something after all. And the final article I'm sharing today is one dealing with happy songs. It's been a good while since Pure Joy has won as big as it has recently on the Hot 100, with Pharrell Williams' Happy landing atop the chart. Until recently, Bobby McFerrin's Don't Worry, Be Happy is the last song with the word happy in its title to be at the top of the Hot 100 list. Now, many of the songs are from several decades ago. Apparently, the world was a more cheery place in the 50s and 60s. And here are the top 10 happy songs ever, based on the length of time they spent on the Hot 100 list. Some of them you may not recognize, and some of them may even surprise you. See how many you remember. Number 1 is Happy Together by the Turtles. Number 2 is Don't Worry, Be Happy by Bobby McFerrin. At number 3 is The Happy Organ by Dave Baby Cortez. Number 4 is My Happiness by Connie Francis. Number 5 is If You Want to Be Happy by Jimmy Soul. Number 6 is one of my favorites, You've Made Me So Very Happy by Blood, Sweat and Tears. Number 7 is Love Can Make You Happy by Mercy. Number 8 is Happy Days by Pratt and McLean with Brother Love. Number 9 is Happy Birthday, Sweet 16 by Neil Sedaka. And finally, at number 10 is Sha-La-La, Make Me Happy by Al Green. So there you have it. Some great information about how you can be a happier person. Remember, the only thing you can always control is how you choose to react to what is going on around you. Knowing that, take a cue from Bobby McFerrin and don't worry, be happy. Be sure to check my website for upcoming Take Back Control of Your Life workshops. The workshops are free of charge. If you have goals you'd like to achieve but have been unable to do so, Attending one of my workshops may be all you need to take back control of your life. Well, I'm sure I've given you some things, positive things, to think about. Send any questions or comments you have to me at charlie@mtn18.com, and I'll answer them in future segments of Loving Life. I'm Charlie Silva, and I'm asking you, loving life, are you loving yours? If so, wonderful. If not, why not? If there's something that is stopping you from loving your life, what is it? And let's find ways to overcome it. Always remember that you are awesome. Have a wonderful day filled with love and gratitude.